Good evening, Empower beneficiaries. How are you all and Happy New Week? People have been calling that I should make the English version or I should help them translate what was said yesterday in the Hausa program that was known as Pashin Baki. Pashin Baki is actually a Hausa version of Brekete Family Radio. The program is normally anchored by three prominent northern people. Uh, People like barrister Audu Bulama Bukarti, who now reside in London, journalist Jaafar, the owner of Daily Nigerian, who is also in London, Mallam Nasiru Salisu Zango, who is the Director General of Freedom Radio in Kano, and barrister Habba Ikima, who is also a renowned lawyer who stays in Kano. This is the Hausa version of Brekete Family Radio, and I can categorically tell you that this program actually has more viewer and more engagement than Brekete Family Radio. You are all aware that beneficiaries have been calling our attention to send our complaint to Brekete Family Radio, of which we have been unable to do. But luckily for us, this week, part of the letters we were writing to religious clerics, pastors and imam, it happens that we wrote one of the letter to barrister Bulama Bukarti, who is in London. So fortunately for us, he picked one of the letter and he organized a program yesterday to discuss on the content of the letter with his three other colleagues who are also journalists and lawyers. These are prominent people from the north who are very influential. And part of what was discussed was that, though the discussion was actually in Hausa, so I will translate in summary what was said or the key point. Part of what was discussed was that they tried to let the government know that Empower beneficiaries are currently being owed for 9 to 12 months outstanding stipend, and they let the government know that if the government can try and pay this 9 to 12 month outstanding stipend, 60 to 70% of these beneficiaries will definitely go and create a business with this money and they will be self-reliant. Imagine calculating 30,000 naira multiplied by 9. That is almost 270,000 naira. According to them, they advise the government that if each of these 1 million youths can get this 270,000 naira, it is actually enough for these youths to go and set up a business and become self-reliant. And they also tried to remind the government that since there was an approval before the National Social Investment Program was suspended, that the government should please pay these Empower beneficiaries because these are youth of military age, they are law abiding citizens, they actually work for this money and they deserve to be paid. And they also promised to invite one of the spokesperson of the president to their program either next week or upper week so as to discuss matters that are related to Empower beneficiaries. I know they are definitely going to do this because if you are a keen follower of their program, in their program, they've in the past invited Vice President Kashim Shettima. They invited Peter Obi's vice president, who is Mr. Deti Baba Ahmad. They've invited Atiku Abubakar. They've invited Governor of Kano State on numerous occasions. They've invited Dr. Rabi Musa Konkoso. They've actually been inviting prominent personalities in the country. So inviting any of the spokesman person to the president will not be a difficult task for these people. And I'm sure by next week or upper week, they will do that. And the discussion with the spokesperson of the president will be based solely on the issue of Empower beneficiary. Even when if you watch the program yesterday, the program already has close to a million audience or views. Now, this million views, I know that the message is definitely getting to where it is intended to go. And they also promise that they will invite one of Empower ESCO to come and discuss with them, also possibly next week or upper week. So probably they will invite somebody from the presidency who happens to be the spokesman of the president or somebody who is related with the issue of national social investment program. Then they will now also invite one of Empower representative so that the discussion will be in a form of debate where everybody will narrate his own side of the story. So possibly either me or the national chairman of this association will represent Empower beneficiary in this discussion. So I just pray they keep to their promise, they invite us, and then invite one of presidential spokesperson so that we can go and table our request, table our problem, and then so that a solution can be collectively sought for. So these are just the few things among what was discussed yesterday in the Hausa program that was known that, or that is up to today known as Fashion Baki. Fashion Baki is just like a program. It is similar to what Idris Ahmed is doing with Brekete Family Radio. So, in summary, what was discussed was they advised the president to clear our 9 to 12 months outstanding stipend because they believe that giving the youth 270 to 360,000 naira, 70 or 80% of this youth will be able to be self-reliant and be financially independent. They also promised to invite the president's spokesman person to discuss about this Empower issue next week. They also promised to invite one of Empower Exco to be part of the discussion. So this is just in summary what was discussed for those who don't understand Hausa or for those who entirely miss the program. Thank you and keep subscribing to Empower TV. Aluta continua, Victoria Asati.